What's up guys, this is Cory and welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Today is Friday. Welcome to this week's episode of Now on DVD Friday. You guys voted for it and the winner was Skyfall. So, before I get into my review, let me give you guys kind of a little background history of the James Bond movies I've seen and how I feel about James Bond. So, my entire life, for the most part, I've never really been interested in watching James Bond. Up to about 2006, when Casino Royale came out, I still had no real interest. But when Casino Royale came out, it started to spark a little bit of interest, because I heard that it was such a good film. And so I decided to start with the earlier James Bond movies. And I started with Dr. No, with Sean Connery, and I liked it. I thought it was a good film. And then about a year after that, I saw From Russia with Love. And I liked it. I thought it was good. And I haven't seen any other James Bond movies up to Skyfall. So I haven't seen Casino Royale. I haven't seen any of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. I pretty much just started with Skyfall. And that was only because a family friend wanted to see it. So I've now seen Skyfall twice, and it's a good movie. Simply put. Let me get into the plot of the film. Skyfall stars Daniel Craig, and he plays James Bond for the third time. And this film starts off with him in the middle of an assignment. He's pretty much chasing after some guy with some kind of blueprints or something of different spies. I'm not entirely sure. And when he gets into a tussle with him on top of a train, Agent M, played by Judi Dench, tells one of the spies to just fire, hoping to hit the guy that they're after. And it turns out that James Bond actually gets hit and crashes to the middle of a river, I guess. And that's the opening of the film, for the most part. James Bond's been hit, and he washes up onto a exotic shore of some kind. And the film's kind of about how Judi Dench's character, M, is being harassed, I guess, by some secret organization or some person, and it all has to do with each person's past, something they done in their past, when they were younger, I guess. And James Bond comes back. He's very rusty from when he was a little bit earlier, and he takes a test to become an agent again, because they all thought that he was dead. And even though M says that he passed, it turned out that he failed. And pretty much he is trying to get after whoever is causing all this mayhem for M, while at the same time his trust for M is kind of altered a little bit, I guess. And that's kind of it. Daniel Craig was good in this film, as was Javier Bardem, who plays the villain. M, Judi Dench's character, she was really good. And, it's really, it's not a bad film. I did have a good time with it. There's some really well done action scenes. There's some really stylistic camera shots and stuff. But I wouldn't say that I am in love with this movie. I have no real emotional attachment, especially for the ending. I'm not going to ruin that just because, for you James Bond fans, I'm sure the ending will be a surprise for you. And I just don't want to ruin it for you. But the ending, I had no real emotional attachment, and so I felt a little disconnected throughout the film. Even with the beginning, I felt like I was missing something. He just starts off in the middle of an assignment, chasing after some guy. And it felt like, maybe this was directly connected with Quantum of Solace or something. Maybe not, but it felt that way. And The directing, it's very well done. Editing, everything about that. The Adele song is all right. I mean, I like Adele for the most part, and I like her songs "Rolling in the Deep" and "Someone Like You." But this one is a little too slow for me. I'll be honest. She sings it really well, but it's just not for me. And that's pretty much what this entire movie is. It's very well done. It's a very good movie, but it's just not for me. So, maybe that's just a little unfair, I guess, but it's just, I did like it. I did think it was a good film, but due to me being a little disconnected from everything, it just wasn't like the film that is going to make me just jump out and watch every other one. But anyway, I'm going to give Skyfall a 7.6 out of 10. So tell me guys, have you seen Skyfall? If you have, what'd you think of it? Are you a fan of James Bond? Have you seen any of the other James Bond movies? If you have, which ones have you seen? Who's your favorite James Bond? What do you think of Javier Bardem as the villain? Comment below, let me know. Come to that part of the show where I give you guys a poll for next week, and the choices are Anna Karenina, Atlas Shrugged Part 2, Fun Sized, The Pill, Sinister, Special Forces, Sushi Girl, and Undefeated. So, pretty much, for those who aren't aware, of those choices, you guys are going to post your vote in the comment. Just say what title of the film you want me to review for next Friday's video. And the movie with the most votes is the video I'll review for next week. So be sure to take part in that, and as always, if you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. I'm Cory, and I'll see you guys in the next one.